Today in class, we're going to cover 9.PCH.3.1 content, and it is all about the safety and use of four-wheelers, motorcycles, dirt bikes, ATVs in general. And of course, I know these are very commonly used vehicles, especially in our rural area, so we need to know about the safety and how to operate them properly. So we're going to go ahead and go over the PowerPoint. Of course, like I said, it's ATV and motorcycle risk and the safety. Unfortunately, there are about 30,000 injuries a year for people that are under 16. And of course, this is about 25% of all ATV-related injuries occur in that age group. There are about 14,000 under the age of 12, and this is about 50% of all of the ATV injuries occur in people that are under 12. Unfortunately, ATV fatalities are a major thing, and it is very important that we take ATV and motorcycle riding very seriously, and we follow all safety precautions. These are the state laws for ATVs, and of course, no one under the age of 8 may operate an ATV. Children under 12 may only operate an ATV under 70 cc's. Children under 16, 90 cc's or less, and then children under 16 need to be supervised by a person at least 18 years of age. Of course, passengers may not be carried on the ATV unless they are designed to carry the passengers, and all ATV operators need to wear a helmet and eye protection. And of course, ATV use on public streets and highways is prohibited except to cross them. Of course, continuing with the laws, no ATV shall be operated without a lighted headlight or tail light from a half an hour to sunset or a half hour before sunrise. Every ATV operator born on or after January 1st, 1990 needs to have an ATV safety certificate. And of course, a person using ATVs for farming, hunting, or trapping are exempt from some of the law's provisions. The golden rules for ATVs, of course, always wear a DOT compliant helmet, goggles, long sleeves, long pants, over the ankle boots, and gloves. And of course, you should never ride on a paved road except to cross when done safely and permitted by the law. Another vehicle could hit you, so of course, ATVs are designed to be operated off the highway. And of course, continuing with the golden rules, never ride under the influence of alcohol. Never carry a passenger on a single ATV rider, and no more than one passenger on an ATV that is only designed to carry 2 people. And of course, ride the ATV that is right for your age. Of course, an ATV is basically known as a four-wheeler. Of course, supervise riders who are someone that's younger than 16 because, of course, ATVs, four-wheelers are not toys, and they can be very dangerous. Only ride designated trails at a safe speed, and of course attend the approved training class. Motorcycle injuries. It is estimated that there are over 1 million injuries from 2001 to 2008 that were non-fatal. This is over 152,000 people injured each year, and the highest injury, the grouping, 20 to 24-year-olds were number 1, 25 to 29-year-olds were number 2, and then number 3 was the 10 to 14 years old. 2009, there were 4,281 fatalities, and of course, they stayed about the same in 2010. Motorcycle deaths account for about 13% of all motor vehicle crashes, and that was more than double than, of course, in the years of 1997. Fatalities from motorcycle, of course, while they only account for 13% of all motor vehicle deaths, the federal government estimates that per mile traveled, the number of deaths on a motorcycle is about 25 times higher than the number of deaths in a car because of the danger of not being protected and something happening. This is the deaths by age group. Of course, about a little over 1,000 were under the age of 29, representing 26% of the deaths. And of course, this is the only age group that had more fatalities were people over 50. And of course, 90% of motorcycle fatalities were male. Risk factors for riding a motorcycle, of course, are poor road conditions like gravel, potholes, and construction, bad weather like rain, snow, and fog, and excessive speeding when you're riding over the speed limit. And of course, risk factors are light or moderate alcohol use by the driver, and of course the safety and condition of the bike, like the tire and brakes conditions, and of course being in heavy traffic. Also, stunts and extreme riding, like popping wheelies and doing things like on the road, can increase the risk factors. Of course, lane splitting, which is driving up the middle of 2 lanes of traffic. And even riding in groups can be more dangerous because of the risk of collision with other drivers. And that covers, of course, the information on motorcycle and ATV risk. The assignment that goes with this content is a quiz. You only have 1 attempt for the quiz, and it's true-false. So once you complete this quiz, you are finished with this content as well. So, of course, let me know if you have any questions, and I will be glad to help you.